Have you ever felt like a small boat adrift in the vast ocean of social connections, yearning to anchor in the hearts and minds of those around you? In today's whirlwind of digital connectivity, it's easy to feel unnoticed, undervalued, and lost. But what if there's a timeless philosophy, a compass to help you become more than just another face in the crowd? Welcome to a journey where ancient Stoic wisdom meets modern life as we explore how to become a beacon in relationships, valued, cherished, and genuinely impactful, not through manipulation, but through the profound principles of Stoicism. We often find ourselves grappling with a troubling imbalance in relationships, feeling like we value others more than they value us. This perception can lead to frustration and self-doubt. Stoicism, rooted in the teachings of philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offers a solution by emphasizing an internal locus of control. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom teaches that true worth comes from within, not from external validation. Similarly, Seneca observed, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." Knowing our values and self-worth anchors us in the face of uncertainty. Epictetus adds to this by saying, "We cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them." By focusing on what we can control, our actions and attitudes, we free ourselves from the need for others' approval. Stoicism doesn't advocate withdrawing from relationships, but instead encourages engaging authentically. One of its core teachings is to be present and genuine. Marcus Aurelius advises, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This means embodying the virtues you admire: kindness, sincerity, and integrity in every interaction. By doing so, you naturally attract meaningful connections. Seneca's wisdom highlights the importance of prioritizing relationships that are mutually enriching, saying, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you." When you surround yourself with individuals who inspire and uplift, your relationships become sources of strength and growth. Epictetus teaches us to focus on what is within our control. If someone doesn't prioritize you, it's a reflection of their choices, not your worth. Instead of seeking validation, use this understanding to reevaluate the relationship and focus on your own growth. The value of a relationship lies not in its superficial ease, but in its ability to challenge and enrich both individuals. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that the value of a man is measured by the value he places on himself. Your self-worth should not be dependent on others' perceptions, but should instead come from within. Aristotle's concept of the golden mean reflects this balance, suggesting that we find harmony between valuing ourselves and valuing others. Carl Jung's insight into relationships aligns with this philosophy, stating, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." When approached with authenticity and mutual respect, relationships have the power to profoundly transform and uplift both individuals. In embracing these principles, we create connections that are not only genuine but also deeply fulfilling. By cultivating self-worth, living authentically, and prioritizing meaningful interactions, we enrich not only our own lives, but also those of the people around us. The strength of our social connections doesn't lie in how many we have, but in their quality and depth. Stay true to yourself and seek relationships that honor your worth. In doing so, you become a beacon in the lives of others, a source of light and inspiration in the vast ocean of human connection. To be more valued in our relationships, Stoicism offers a pragmatic and dignified approach centered on managing our presence and availability. This philosophy, deeply rooted in the wisdom of luminaries like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, provides timeless guidance on navigating social interactions with grace and intention. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, highlighted the importance of valuing one's time and presence. He emphasized that time is one of the few things under our control in a world governed by fate and external circumstances. By managing our availability judiciously, we communicate the value of our time, enhancing our worth in the eyes of others. Aurelius championed the principle of purposeful action, encouraging us to make conscious decisions about when and how to engage with others. Seneca, another prominent Stoic thinker, echoed these sentiments, advising that we should be selective with our company and time. By occasionally withdrawing our presence, we allow others to fully appreciate our value. Seneca remarked, "True happiness is to be free from the yoke of our own desires and to be able to relax and lay aside our anxiety." This freedom includes resisting the need for constant social validation and understanding the power of absence in strengthening relationships. Epictetus, a Greek Stoic philosopher, emphasized focusing on what we can control. He famously said, "Only the educated are free," underscoring that true freedom comes from managing our time and attention wisely. By asserting this control, we cultivate self-respect, which naturally leads others to value and respect us more. Western philosophy and psychology reinforce these Stoic principles. Aristotle's idea of the golden mean advocates balance in all things, including social interactions, where we find a middle ground between being overly available and entirely inaccessible. Carl Jung, the Swiss psychiatrist, emphasized individuation, understanding and integrating one's own needs and boundaries. This self-awareness fosters healthier interactions, making our time and presence more meaningful. In practical terms, becoming more valued by others involves managing our availability with respect and intention. It's not about playing games or being elusive, but about respecting our time and teaching others to do the same. By occasionally allowing others to miss us, we foster a dynamic where our presence is both appreciated and sought after. This is not about controlling others or the outcomes of our relationships, but about navigating our actions and choices with wisdom and dignity. Patience, as a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, is equally vital for thriving amidst life's uncertainties. Marcus Aurelius viewed patience as a form of inner fortitude, asserting that our peace of mind should never depend on external events. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, he observed. For Aurelius, patience wasn't passive waiting, but maintaining a composed and resilient mindset regardless of circumstances. Seneca saw patience as a conscious resistance to life's rushing tides, a way to preserve dignity and grace under pressure. The greatest remedy for anger is delay, he advised, urging deliberate reflection over impulsive reactions. Patience, far from passivity, is an active mastery of our emotions, favoring thoughtful responses over rash impulses. Epictetus, with his emphasis on the dichotomy of control, viewed patience as a manifestation of inner freedom. No man is free who is not master of himself, he asserted, highlighting that true freedom lies in self-mastery, with patience as a critical element. From broader philosophical and psychological perspectives, patience aligns with emotional regulation and resilience. Aristotle's golden mean once again advocates balance, suggesting patience as the midpoint between passivity and impulsiveness. Jung's focus on individuation aligns with the Stoic practice of patience, advocating for emotional understanding and self-awareness as pathways to maturity and enhanced interactions. In contemporary terms, practicing patience involves embracing the present moment without succumbing to the desire for immediate results. It's about maintaining composure in a fast-paced, often chaotic world, a quality that exudes confidence and stability. People are naturally drawn to those who display calmness and resilience in the face of adversity, making patience not only a personal virtue, but also a powerful relational asset. In Stoicism, self-prioritization is not merely encouraged, but is seen as essential for living a balanced and fulfilling life. This concept resonates deeply with various Western philosophical and psychological frameworks, all emphasizing the importance of valuing oneself in order to be valued by others. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, captured this notion when he said, "If you do not have respect for yourself, no one else will." This quote highlights the Stoic belief that self-respect is the cornerstone of how others perceive and treat us. When we prioritize our needs and learn to say no, we communicate that our time and energy are precious and deserving of respect. Seneca, another prominent Stoic, argued for the virtue of self-care and famously wrote, "We are not given a short life, but we make it short. We are not ill-supplied, but wasteful of it." He believed that failing to prioritize ourselves results in a wasted life. By saying no when necessary, we manage our resources wisely and lead a life of quality, not just in terms of time, but also in relationships and endeavors. Similarly, Epictetus emphasized the importance of control, particularly over our actions and choices. He taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In the context of self-prioritization, this philosophy suggests that when we choose to prioritize our own needs, we are actively deciding how to respond to the demands of others, thus maintaining control over our lives. From a broader psychological perspective, Carl Jung's concept of individuation aligns with Stoic practices. Jung believed in the importance of understanding oneself as an individual separate from the collective. Prioritizing oneself is a step toward achieving this individuality, which leads to a stronger, more defined personality that commands respect from others. Aristotle's concept of the golden mean, the balance between two extremes, also supports self-prioritization. Aristotle taught that virtue lies in finding balance, which includes balancing our own needs with the needs of others. Saying no is not selfish. Rather, it is a practice of maintaining this balance. By applying these Stoic and philosophical principles, we learn that prioritizing ourselves is not an act of selfishness, but a necessary step toward being valued and respected by others. It teaches us to manage our personal resources effectively and sets a standard for how others should treat us. When we demonstrate that we value our own time and efforts, we naturally inspire others to do the same. This act of self-respect not only benefits our mental and emotional well-being, but also enhances our social and professional relationships. In Stoicism, the practice of self-prioritization ultimately enables us to navigate the world with greater clarity and purpose, fostering an environment where both we and others can thrive. By embracing the Stoic ideal of self-respect and control, we set the stage for a life of greater fulfillment and deeper connections with others.